Class is in session. Okay, moving on the Atomic Attraction book to chapter 20, and this is on texting and calling. Um, I might have a couple of different opinions than the book has, but I'll give you what the book says and I'll give you my opinion. This is my best subject, probably. I did a lot of texting and calling in my 304 phase of dating apps from when they were in the heyday of my heyday, 2018 to about 2022. Tons of texting, and I could tell you what a woman was going to tell me after I texted her something. I'd be like, oh, yep, this is what she's going to say. So anyway, let's go, and I'll give you my opinions as I go. And also time changes, I think we've become more of a texting culture even now than we were. And this book is couple years old, so, things change a little bit. Not but the base remains the same. The foundation will always remain the same. So anyway, texting and calling. I think what ruins relationships and causes most fights is insecurity. Oscar Wilde. Well, that tends to cause most problems in dating. Your insecurities, for sure. He's definitely right about that. You live in an age where you can contact a woman anytime, day or night. Facts. A lot of Gen Zers, especially, and millennials maybe too. I was a time where when I first called my first high school girlfriend, I had to talk to her mom first. Kids, and her name was, well, we'll say her name, so keep her. But anyway, I'd be like, "Is so and so there?" I'll make it Annie. Is Annie there? Hang on. Hi, Steven. She would know how many times I'm calling, if I was calling too late, Now, anyway, without restriction and without difficulty in the history of mankind, this has never before been possible. Our ability to communicate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, has made the dating game a lot easier. Yes, but as we know, with advantages come disadvantages. Yet it also brings a new set of problems. Facts. The first problem is women no longer have to exclusively use the phone as a way to communicate. The phone is now frequently used. I believe, hold on one second. But women are better, and I'll continue here, but women are better at psychological warfare than men. And yep, as a psychological weapon, I forgot, yeah, exactly. And women are good at it, okay? So understand this, and go look at my channel. I've got tons of videos on texting. I did one on the Karen Reed case, and I show how good she is because we get into her private site, and it shows her texting a guy that's interested in her, and it shows her texting her boyfriend, who she's accused of murdering, but he was a great texter, her boyfriend, very alpha. The other guy was very beta and very indirect, and she was running that guy. And I go over, the how to text. I've got other ones in the Corey Richens case. I showed how her boyfriend, or it was actually a guy she's cheating with, but I showed her lover how he was texting poorly, and she exploited him for it. So go look at my texting videos. I've got several of them. The Karen Reed case, because criminal cases are great to see how women text men. Okay, but go look at those videos. At no other time in history has it been easier to test men and wreak havoc on their emotions. Facts, and the person asking the question is the one in control. And it's funny, when I go over the Karen Reed text on my videos, you'll see she keeps asking questions and the guy keeps answering her questions, and she never answers any one of his questions. I couldn't believe I saw that, Anyway, that's how good they are. He didn't even know it. I guarantee he didn't know it. Women know if they can unsettle a man, yep, there is a good chance they can expose his insecurities. Yes. That's one thing women, they don't, if they can make you be a biatch, if they can get you, overreacting, or they can get you emotional, you're done. You are done. Because they're like, women know that you'll come across people, like especially men, that are a lot harsher than them. And if she can unsettle you, oh, you're done, because other people could unsettle you, you know? Um, and find out just how confident he really is. Yes, they'll do that all the time. This is why it is so important to understand how to text and call a woman the right way. However, I will say this, and shout out Mr. Lucario, women who have high interest in you, and those are the ones you should be dealing with, do not test you. Okay? We have to understand if we're being tested too much, and they always say, well, you're being, the S test, the SHIT test, Well, an SHIT test only comes when she doesn't believe you, or she doesn't think that you're that man. But women who have high interest in you already think you're that man. Let's say, like, in the way Mr. Lucario explains it, like Drake. If Drake has a $100,000 necklace on, and someone says, oh, those real diamonds? And people are like, come on, it's Drake's necklace. Now, if some up-and-coming rapper straight out of high school, he's got this $100,000 necklace, dog. Be like, let's test those diamonds. So see how testing comes when they don't believe you're the product yet. Maybe they are. Maybe that's a $100,000 necklace that kid got out of high school, But he's gonna have to prove it. If you have to prove yourself to a woman, then she's already not highly attracted enough to you. And you only want to deal with high women who have high interest in you. Trust me. To understand how to text and call a woman the right way, 95% of men get a woman's contact details and immediately ask the woman out on a date. So this is where I'll disagree with the book a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, I mean, don't, hey, no, just, there's nothing wrong with you. Ask her, hey, are you busy? Let's say you get her contact info on a Wednesday. Are you busy Friday? Or Friday, I'm probably should do it like this. Friday, I'm good Friday, 7 p.m. Let's go, blah, blah, blah. Think of a place. Let's go here, Let me know if that works for you. If not, we can plan another day. Boom. Now you have several different metrics that are going to know if she likes you. Number one, if she cooperates. Number two, if she texts you back, and how long it takes to text you back. And you won't text her again until she answers that message, And if she has a bunch of questions, a woman who likes you makes it easy for you. So if you say, hey, I'm good Friday, 7 p.m., blah, blah, let's go here, text me, let's say it's Wednesday. Say, text me by, the afternoon Thursday so I can make plans for the weekend. Now you've given her a date to text you by. If she complies, she likes you. If she doesn't, she won't. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you to lead the situation. But the more a woman likes you, the more she makes it easy for you. She won't make it hard for you, okay? All these little games, you will have no games if the woman likes you. That's why you only want to deal with high-interest women. Any resistance is disinterest. Yes, you want to ask her out, but not with your first message, which I tend to disagree, but okay. The first message you send to a woman should be a feeler message. It doesn't matter to me, because the feeler message will be, I'm leading her to a date, and if she complies, she likes me. If she doesn't, she doesn't, At this point, and you're trying to do is figure out if the woman is interested in you or not. Well, you'll know if she answers your message for the date, and you don't have to be, all, demanding. Just, this is what I want to do Friday. I'm available Friday. No big deal. Especially nowadays when so many people are texting, I think the speed of dating is, wait a week to call her. Dude, there'll be 20 guys calling her. Okay. Your first message to a woman is to be something, something simple along the lines of, hey, it's nice to meet you. Well, and that's fine. They say to do that. And then you determine, how long it takes her to text you back and how she responds to that, right? But to me, asking her out on a date, right away, you can't go wrong either. I don't think so at all. Longer messages make you look more responsive, thus more desperate. Yes, do not send long messages. The person who sends a longer message is the more desperate person. Correct. And women do not like desperation or thirst. It means you have no options. Women do not want a man that has no options. The same applies to talking on the phone for hours on end. Yes. And do not believe women who say they like long, deep conversations. That's some BS. They don't. That's to flush out the beta males. That's the ones. She is not talking to Chad, or she's not talking to the one slinging D. Like a bad boy. She's not talking to him for hours. She doesn't want deep conversation with him. She wants deep thrust. You want a woman that wants deep thrust, not deep conversations. And trust me, the only ones they want deep conversations with is not the one they banging. If you're talking to her for hours, she's banging someone else. Okay. The same applies to talk on the phone, yes, hours on end, yes. The longer, if you have a first conversation, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, that's all you need. And ask her out on a date on that 15 minutes. Like all areas of seduction, less is more, correct? All right, going too fast with a woman, you run the risk of giving up too much information, yes. Women are great information gatherers. They're also great information collectors, same thing, and they're also great at holding their own information. Watch them. I've had tons of phone calls with women from dating apps, and they will not be forthcoming with information. Trust me. They want your information. They want to figure you out, okay? You become a known quantity, which does not build her attraction, correct? If a woman is interested in you, she will make it easy, yes, to communicate 100%. If it feels like you're pulling teeth, she doesn't like you. There's no techniques. She doesn't like you, and you can't raise her. You can only kill attraction, in my opinion. You can't raise it. What I'm saying? Well, yeah, you can't raise it enough. She either liked you or didn't like you when she met you. To know if a woman is interested in you, only one message needs to be sent. Correct. And then you wait. If she doesn't send anything back, no response equals not interested. Correct. That comes from the book. If a woman can meet you for a date, it is important to be, or a woman can't meet you for a date, it is important to be unaffected by her response. 100%. Yep. Never be affected by anything, because really there's nothing you can do anyway. It means if she doesn't want to meet you, then she just, if she's busy, then, then you just say, if she really likes you, she'll pick out another day. That's the key. Let's say a woman says, oh, I can't meet Monday, but I can do Tuesday. That's when, if she just says, oh, I can't meet Monday, you're pretty much done. Because a woman who has high interest in you, she's not going to want that, chance to go to waste to meet you, And she should be like, oh, I can't do Monday, but I can do Tuesday, The rules of attraction dictate that you must not show too much interest, facts, that looks thirsty, in a woman too soon, to preserve your value. Yes, she wants you to be valuable. And that's even what, people who come on to us, anyone that comes on to us too strong, whether you're a man or a woman, right? The natural flow of a text conversation should resemble, I say, a tennis match. You hit one, she hits one. You hit one, she hits one. If you send too many messages and don't allow a woman to respond, you are signaling thirst or lack of options, correct? And a woman does not like a guy who has lack of options. Then there's a case study with Stan and Diane. Stan sends 7 messages to her 1 message. So Stan's like, hey, how you doing? And then he's like, hey, going to the gym. And then he's like, done with the gym. And then she's like, oh, I need to get to the gym. He's like, what you working out today? How you been? And he just keeps going. And after a while, she's like, yeah, never mind. So it's tennis match. You send one, she sends one. And if she's not sent, and here's the thing, every woman, especially this day and age, even every man, but women especially, they have their phones next to them at all times. They get their text. They're on their phone, like, I don't know, they've done studies, like 17 hours out of 24. So they got their phones on them all the time. If she's not responding, she doesn't care. It's just bottom line. I had a chick that, was, whatever, claiming she was busy, this and that. One time it took, I think, I don't know, 12 hours. I never even got back with her. You know, I mean, it's no use. You know, that's way too long. Okay. Anyway, in the early stages of relationships, it is common to want to text with a woman too much. Resist the urge. A study published in Psychological Science examined how women reacted to men who expressed different types of feelings for them. In the study, the women were asked to rate men's different categories. Okay, so one, they said they were told that men liked them. In the second category, they were told that the men had no feelings for them. And in the third category, women were told the men were unknown how they felt about the woman. So the women rated the men in which their feelings were unknown, as most attractive. This study demonstrates that uncertainty increases a woman's attraction for a man. Yes, women don't want someone who's a known quantity. That's just women, you know. Equally interesting, a research published in the Journal of Social Psychology examined the power of winning a lover over. The participants of the study were asked to engage in meetings. During the meetings, each participant would overhear a participant describe the person in one of four ways. 1, all positive. 2, all negative. 3, initially negative, then going to positive. And 4, initially positive, but becoming negative. The one that the women found most attractive was initially negative, then becoming positive. So what that means is she's winning the guy over. You know, he's being won over. She doesn't want the guy, all positive. Or she doesn't want a shrew either, like, you know. Anyway, it was found in this study that the participant that had negative feelings that were becoming positive was liked more than all other categories. Case study Greg, let's see. Talking too long on the phone, sending too many messages, initiating every conversation. To build a woman's attraction, you must always build strength and value, right? And that was a case study with Greg. He fell in love with this like fitness model, and he was, good morning, how are you? Good morning, sunshine. Good night, good night, my love. And calling her during it, and she's like, oh my God, this guy. You know, you can do that if both of you have high interest for each other, especially in the beginning. You can do that, but you know, women like men with a busy life. Women like men with stuff going on. And it's not that you do gimmicks. I'm going to wait 2 hours to call her. No, you have stuff going on. You're not going to be attentive to her at all times, you know. For example, like tonight, I played hockey for 2 hours. I don't have my phone anywhere near me. You know, for 2 hours, I'm not getting back with you. It'll be 2 hours at least till I get with you, you know. So, you know, that you have something busy going on. Go play a sport. When I play soccer, I'm not by my phone for at least hour and a half at least, if not 2, you know. All right. And when I go to the park almost every day to work out. And that's another hour I'm away from it. I can't even see the phone. So anyway, there is a time when a woman may go cold with her response to messages. She could be busy, or she may be testing you. Well, if she's busy, I don't believe that, especially now. I mean, that's in the book. I understand. But, you know, and if she's testing you like that, she doesn't like you enough. Just end it. You know, you don't want that kind of woman. If a woman takes an hour to respond, mirror her response time. If it takes her a day or two to return the favor and respond. See, I don't believe in that. I mean, that's just not enough interest, you know. If a woman's waiting a day, she doesn't care enough. Just leave it alone, you know. Or you can do the day and keep her on the back burner, but be very cold, you know what I'm saying? I think that's just not enough interest, and you know, you only want to deal with women that are high interest, and obviously she doesn't see your value. Just, you know, exit the situation. You know, attraction grows in space, not in close proximity. Correct. So be busy in life. Very responsive in text. Signals you're a weak and thirsty man. That means you have no options. Men assume the more supportive a man is, that he will be appreciated and respected. However, too much investment in a woman's needs uh, kills attraction. Correct. Too much investment, unless she's investing into you. Too much. If you're only the one investing, a woman doesn't like that. A lot of women are insecure, and they're like, "Why is this guy so invested in me?" Um, Women are not attracted to nice guys. Correct. And nice guys are guys that will do whatever she wants. They have no backbone. They have no standard. They have no identity. Okay. They are not attractive. Um, but they are attracted to disagreeable guys. Yes, guys should be disagreeable. Like, why you want me to do that? Why? What's in it for me? It's true. A responsive man shows weakness. Easy to manipulate. Thirsty, meaning no options. Desperate. Our technology can be used to expose strength. At the same time, our new technology can expose our weaknesses just the same. And that's one of the key things here. But here's the bottom line in all this texting. And bottom line is, if it's a chore, all this rules. I mean, you don't need any rules. The only rule you need there is, and just shout out Rollo Tomasi. I love Rollo Tomasi for The Rational Male. Read that book if you haven't. And read it several times. That with the 48 Laws of Power. However, but definitely read The Rational Male. But Rollo Tomasi, he's correct when he says there is no miscommunication. That is facts, y'all. There is no miscommunication. If they're responding slow, if it's like pulling teeth, if it's, hot and cold, if you can't tell, you claim you can't, I'm just saying, if you claim you can't tell, because I've been there too, back when I didn't know any better, then that means they don't like you enough. Someone who, especially a woman, if a woman really likes you, she will make no, it just won't be confusing at all. She will make it clear. Women want to, if she likes a guy and she's really interested in a guy, you'll be treated so much different than you've ever been treated before, So once you start, if you've never felt that, or if you have, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, it'll be so easy. You don't have to play any of these games. You don't wait 1 hour. No, because she won't make you wait an hour. She'll text you. And if she does make you wait 30 minutes to an hour, then it meant she was busy. And you can respond right away. You don't have to play these games where I wait an hour. Because here's the thing. Women know that game by now. No, if I have to play the game where I'm waiting an hour, I'm waiting a day, oh, how long did that take her? Oh, 6 hours, I'm going to wait. No, because they're going to see you respond at the 6th hour like, look at this guy. Because that lesson has been taught so many times. But what we always should be doing is expressing strength and masculinity. And what is strength and masculinity? It is, a man is direct. He is disagreeable. He is dominant. He is goal-oriented. He is, he's about his mission. He puts mental point of focus is himself first, and then everything else. Because here's the thing: if no one's taking care of a man, no one cares about you. Ain't no one coming to save you, like they say. It's true. No one cares about our problems. Try to tell a woman your problems. She ain't gonna care. It's true. So solve your own problems first. Take care of yourself first. Then worry about women. You know what I'm saying? So always put yourself first. And then you can put her, and that way if you're doing good yourself, and they'll say, wait, you should put her first. No, put yourself first, because if I'm doing good, ma'am, you'll be doing good too. You know what I'm saying? But always focus on strength and masculinity. And that is not texting too much, letting like a tennis match, boom, hit it over. If she's taking too long, that's disinterest. Any resistance is disinterest. If she's not texting you back, if she's texting you back, one-word answers and you're texting back sentences, then that means you like her too much, or she doesn't like you enough. One of the two, But there is no miscommunication. What is she saying here? She won't get back with me. She takes 2 days here, and all of a sudden she's all over the place, and then she's all over me. No. A woman who really likes you will not be confusing at all. If she's confusing, she doesn't like you enough. All right? All right, we'll see you on the next one.